Hi Libra. Ooh, right off the bat. Wheel of Fortune, that was quick. Okay, so the wheels are in motion on something that is going in a different direction than you've anticipated, and your very question of destiny is playing on your mind. You're thinking about fate, you're thinking about, you're thinking a lot. The Hanged Man, Wheel of Fortune crossed by the Hanged Man. So a lot of activity happens in January that starts 2020 off to a very serious note. A lot ended December 2019 with big energy shifts, and Libras that did not make big decisions will fare a lot better than Libras that made big decisions. Because destiny and fate is what's taking the wheel at the minute, and sometimes you just have to let certain things play out the way they need to play out. Mars is in your third house of communication, so the way that even you, Libra, communicate could come across as quite aggressive. It could come across as quite direct and forthright, and if there's something you need to say in January, you're going to need to say it. Knight of Swords. Hasty decisions in the past are affecting you now, just like I said. Uranus goes direct on the 10th. The same day as there's this full moon eclipse in Cancer, and it's really pushing you to make some kind of decision career-wise, but you would be better thinking about it and not necessarily acting on it just yet, because the very decisions that you want to make career-wise are much bigger than just applying for a new job. It's about applying for a new area of work. It is wanting to do something completely different. The world. Okay, I get it. The energy is huge. And that Saturn-Pluto conjunction on the 12th is affecting everybody in an incredibly heavy way, but for you, and since the last eclipse, and you can be glad that this eclipse is closing out a gateway, but in terms of your roots, in terms of where you come from, in terms of the family dynamics that have long since affected your decision-making process, particularly in your relationships, a lot of that's going to come to a head if you let it. And if you don't let it, Libra, you try way too hard to control things, you're going to feel incredibly overburdened. Because the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Hanged Man are all energies that are not within your control. Particularly if part of your problem in making hasty decisions or avoiding certain decisions or running away from certain things is all down to your relationship with your father or a very stern authority figure in your life. It's all weighing heavy. And I think, Libra, as well, as a sign that's meant to live in the present, you're feeling exceptionally out in the cold. Sorry, my camera cut out there. You're feeling exceptionally out in the cold about something. Something in your life just is not right. This Five of Pentacles is an energy, and it's what you're bringing. And right now you're bringing a sense of dissatisfaction, a sense of disappointment, a sense of shame, a lack of optimism, or feeling unworthy. All could contribute to this process, and if you want to fight the flow, if you want to persist the direction you're going, and if you think you want to make every single decision that you can make right now, you're going to block out romance, the Knight of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But it looks like somebody, for many Libras, even if you are, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're not, Knight of Cups is always somebody wanting to offer you love. They're very idealistic, they're very sweet, they're very sensitive, they're very romantic. And yet here we are, 10 of Pentacles in the hopes and fears. Perhaps you are preferring to leave this Because right now, career-wise, nothing feels completely aligned. Or at least it's that you're realizing, Libra, that even if you're in your chosen profession, you know that things are about to change, and they're about to change dramatically, and there's very little you can do about it except for keep your faith alive. 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the Star. Moving towards your wishes and your dreams, even if only in your headspace, right now is the best thing that you can do. As we move towards Aquarius season, the waters become so much calmer. And you become so much clearer. If you let the turbulent waters settle, if you let everything sort itself out, if you leave some time, you can start to see on the horizon the things that you want, and you're very clear on what those are. You're kind of like every other sign in the sense that you're closing out these cycles. But the energy of what people want for you and what people are offering to you is very different to the energy that you're offering other people at the minute. It's sort of like for a lot of you that, I mean, I think this is the only card that has snow. So it's the epitome of feeling out in the cold or looking at people through glass is the way I'm seeing you, emotionally speaking. Because Capricorn energy is so intense at the minute, but it's also in such disharmony with you and where you're going. But as we move towards the end of the month, you're going to feel this sense of peace. And you're going to think, you're going to rationalize it in your head, and you're going to understand that if you're feeling as though the burden you're carrying is too heavy, it's because you're carrying it alone. Or it's because the other person isn't helping you enough. Or it's because it's your choice. And if it's not your choice, then maybe it is because somebody's not pulling their weight. And if it's that you want somebody, but you don't know how to get there, maybe you have to look at how you're speaking to yourself. How do you feel about you? Do you feel like you're always on the outside looking in? Because a lot of Libras want to be in this energy. They want to be, and quite like the Emperor. But for a lot of you, you see a businessman or an authority figure or someone with a lot of money, but a lack of discipline in their decisions. And so you're conflicted at what you want for yourself. But the thing about it is, Libra, is that when we look at King of Pentacles energy, when we look at the people in our life that have the things that we want, we have to wonder, what are they doing right? You know, when you look at people in healthy relationships, if you're not, and you think, well, what are they doing right? Is it the people I'm choosing, or is it my behavior? Or am I choosing people through a lens of some kind that isn't realistic? Or am I making career choices based on the people I admire that have very different work ethics, very different perspectives, very different skills? But that happens when you're indecisive. That happens when you can't make up your mind. You would be better delaying big decisions. Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man. Fate has a plan, and fate has something. There's a sense, for you in particular, cards-wise, that there is a very strong karmic destiny playing out. And you can't really, see here, you can't really make too many decisions as we say this. But if you're feeling lonely, or if you're feeling unlovable, if you're feeling unwanted, bear in mind that there is somebody, in particular, Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, that wants to offer you something. And they may seem naive, but they are sincere. But how could anybody see when they are breaking their back with baggage? See, the fourth house is a lot of baggage, and you guys are really starting to weigh up how costly this baggage is, because we know if you go to an airport and you have a lot of extra baggage to check in, it costs you more. And your emotional baggage is the exact same thing, because if you're going to get to the destination you need to go, you're going to constantly cost yourself for this heavy, heavy baggage that is keeping you living in a more, how do I say this? Page of Swords is so very technology based. It's kind of like living on the internet. And for a lot of you, that's comparing on the internet or just snooping on the internet or whatever it is. But I think the Page of Swords is so ready to cut ties with the things that have led him to feel incredibly disappointed and upset. Three of Cups, Two of Cups. Again, very much like this Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the offer of love, but the feeling of disappointment from the past, possibly with an air sign, possibly Aquarius, and a lot of stuff going on with the fixed signs, a lot of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and yes, Aquarius. Heavy stuff. Definitely Aquarius. Anyway, I'm getting very into your extended there just out of morbid curiosity, but just know, Libra, that you, as we move towards Aquarian season, which is the 23rd, I believe, 23rd, 24th, around that time of January, and we have a new moon in Aquarius. Leading up to that, just bear in mind that the waters are going to be so very, very, very different. Which is why you were better not making decisions in Capricorn season. You can sit it out for a while. You can pause. Even if you feel stuck, just know that you're not stuck, you're just reflecting. The new moon in Aquarius is on the 24th. The sun enters Aquarius on the 20th, just to clarify. But the new moon in Aquarius on the 24th can bring you a wish come true, but you may have to find that in some way you mentally or emotionally try and put yourself there first. I'm not saying take drastic measures or drastic actions towards your dream, but at least think about them. At least feel them. At least lean into it a little bit mentally and think, maybe this is what I would like to have. Maybe this is what I would like to do. Maybe this is what I would like to see in my 3D experience. And if you can, get off the internet. Not this. You can still watch this. But there's definitely a feeling here with the Nine of Cups and the Star of Wishes coming true. But that's moving into Aquarius season. And first, it's getting yourself in a place where you are comfortable moving forward with something or someone and moving into a new experience where you can embrace what it is that you want without fear of looking silly to the people that you think have stronger or harsher opinions. Because their opinions shaping your destiny thus far has caused you to feel like you're in limbo. So, Libra, I will see you in the extended. I love you very, very, very much, and take care for the rest of January. Bye, Libra.